Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome to a late November or early December channel update video. There were basically some things that I wanted to discuss with you guys, kind of give you a heads up on some upcoming things that you can expect on my channels, and just kind of in general, just kind of talk about some things that have been going on with me, some things that have kind of been affecting my state of mind, I guess you could say. This is going to be kind of a weird video. I'm kind of uploading this at kind of an uncertain point. I don't know when exactly this video is even going to go up, because as I'm recording it, there's, a lot of uncertainty in the air. So because of that, I'm just going to roll with it. I'll release this when I see fit, and I'll talk about things as they essentially enter my brain, I guess you could say. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get started. The first thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about what's been going on this week, because on Monday, I did not upload a video, and I had every intention of uploading a video. And this is going to be weird, because I'm going to cut the commentary right here, and I'll probably put something in later, because honestly at this point I don't even know what's going to happen yet, because basically on Monday my internet went down, and not just like for where I live, but like for the entire town where I live. Literally nobody in town could access the internet, so yeah, as a result, I couldn't upload my video on Monday. And as I'm recording this, which is I'm recording this on Monday night, I don't know when I'm going to get the internet back. So that's why I kind of also said, late November, early December update video, because I don't know when I'm going to post this. I mean, hopefully it's this week before, November ends, but I honestly don't know. And there's also a lot of things going on, this being Thanksgiving week as well, so it's just very unpredictable of what's going to happen for my schedule this week. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and cut here, and when I figure out what exactly is going on, I'll insert that into this video, so I'll be right back. Okay, this little part of the commentary is done after my internet has come back. It came back Tuesday late afternoon, so a bit later than I was kind of hoping for. Still wanted to stream today if there was any possibility, but even that got thrown out the window. But I do have basically my plan for the week, I guess you could say. I will try to put up one Mario Golf Advanced Tour video this week. That's probably going to go up on Friday. It'll only be one video this week. I would have liked to have finished the project this week, but because of this video and what I'm doing, tomorrow, and then also just Thanksgiving plans, I think it's just going to make more sense to do this. So yeah, I'm only going to have one advanced tour this week. It's going to be on Friday. Tomorrow and Wednesday, I'm going to be doing my usual Thursday YouTube stream plans, because obviously Thursday is Thanksgiving. I don't really want to be streaming on that day, so I'm moving everything to Wednesday instead, tomorrow. I'll be finishing up the reverse Super Mario World ROM hack that I started last week, and then when I'm done with that, I'll stop that stream, start a new one, and then I'll continue on with Kamek's Revenge, the Yoshi's Island ROM hack. And that'll pretty much be my plan for tomorrow. And then on Thursday, Thanksgiving, I will have a video. It is going to be the next GBACE video, which I've actually had ready for a little while now. So I'm finally going to get that posted, give you guys something for Thanksgiving, I guess you could say. And then this weekend, I'll have the final two videos of the Bomberman II Let's Play, and that project will be done. And then next week, I will do the last two parts of Advanced Tour. I'll probably start my next Let's Play, but I'll probably do that at the end of the week, like maybe on the Friday. So there will be a new project starting next week, so get ready for that. That's the plan anyway. If I don't have it ready, it'll be the next week, obviously, but I am going to be getting that next project ready. As far as a replacement plan for Bomberman, I do not have one yet. There could be a new project, there may not be. I might just use the next few weekends to focus on GBA stuff. So, yeah, that's pretty much my plan of attack. That's all I gotta say. I'm glad my internet's back now. And, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy what's coming up with that. Okay, I think I covered everything. Thank you, future me, although this is probably more past me now, and future me was kind of more like current me, but yeah, whatever. Time travel is confusing. Anyway, let's get into the next topic of things I wanted to discuss. I wanted to talk about essentially what's going to be my kind of December plan for stuff here on the channel. So basically, in December, kind of my main plan of attack is going to be on my new Let's Play. The Let's Play that's essentially going to replace Mario Golf Advance Tour. So I'm going to be working mostly on that. As far as weekend projects, I may have a weekend project, I may not have a weekend project. I don't know yet, but for the most part, I'm going to focus on this new project because it is going to be a rather lengthy project, at least compared to stuff I've done recently, anyway. But yeah, that's going to be essentially my focus for December. I'm going to be mostly focusing on that. I'll try to have a GBA summary video from time to time. Obviously, for the YouTube streams, I'll be working on the Kamek's Revenge, Yoshi's Island ROM hack for my stream series. So, yeah, just kind of stay tuned for that stuff. As far as special videos for December 2024, obviously at the end of the month I will have my yearly kind of gaming recap video. Although, I'm going to be structuring this video kind of like the video I made last year, so it's not going to be like a project of the year top 10 format like I've done in the past. I really enjoyed the video I made last year, and I think that's going to be the format I'll move forward with. I know that there's a lot of people who, you know, love the top 10s. They kind of see them as like kind of smaller versions of like the clip shows I do from time to time, but I don't know. I just kind of like the format I did last year, and I want to kind of try it again. You know, it wasn't just a, you know, I want to do this one and done to try something different. No, I actually did want to try something, you know, new for basically moving forward. Because at some point, I do kind of want to do a series. You know, this is much later on down the line, probably after I kind of get into a more routine schedule with GBACE and everything. But, you know, I kind of want to do something where I kind of talk about my game of the years for every year of gaming, and I kind of want to have a game that is, you know, my personal game of the year for every year, and I might do kind of a series on that. And I feel like these videos, these end of year video recaps that I'm doing, might be a good way to kind of, you know, build something into that. So that's kind of why I want to focus more on that. And just in my own personal opinion, like the old like project of the year videos, while I did enjoy making those, I kind of felt like the videos were kind of weird in the sense where it's like, you know, I'd, you know, show one of my projects, I'd say a few things about it, then show a clip, and then pretty much leave it at that. But in reality, I don't think it's really like that necessary to do that, because it's, you know, me trying to basically sell you guys on something that's technically already there, and, you know, there might be people who are just, you know, not interested in a specific game, and I just, you know, I don't know. I just don't think it's been, you know, doing exactly what I've kind of hoped those older videos would do, while the kind of more recap-centric stuff is more in line with what I do want to eventually get my content moving towards. So that's kind of my plan of attack with that. I will still have a viewer voting poll for that, though, so you guys can vote for your favorite project of the year. And I'll still feature that in that video, but, you know, I am going to be sticking with the newer format, because I just really enjoyed that video I made last year, so I thought it was really good. So, yeah, that's all I got to say about December. As far as moving forward into 2025, really the only thing I want to talk about for 2025 is what I've kind of talked about the last couple of updates. The Dynasty Warriors 3 Let's Play, which is going to be, kind of in the same vein that I handled the Animal Crossing project. That will start in 2025. I don't know how soon. I'd like to start it mid-January if possible, but, I got to make sure I'm ready for it too, so we'll just have to see how the cookie crumbles with that. But that is going to happen in 2025. I'm not going to delay on that game anymore because that's one of my GOATs for greatest of all time games, at least for me. So I want to make sure I cover that at some point on my channel, and I figure that, you know what, let's get into it. Let's rip the Band-Aid off and do it. Especially right now when I'm kind of in that, very weird Let's Play state where I've covered so many games, and I'm kind of like, running out of ideas, especially when I do like more than one project at a time. So, I'm kind of trying to use this project as a way to kind of slow things down a bit and, try to get some other games out in the ethos, maybe get ready for a few other games as well, expand my library potentially through GBACE. It all has a master plan at the very end of the day. But yeah, that's basically all I'm going to really reveal about YouTube stuff, at least for right now, for not just this next month, but also the future heading into 2025. One thing that will be continuing into 2025 and likely 2026 and beyond is the GBA series, the Game Boy Advance Completion Experience, the kind of playing every Game Boy Advance game ever series that I'm currently doing, both here on YouTube and on my Twitch channel. On Twitch, I'm doing the actual playthroughs, and on YouTube is where I'm doing the summaries. So, yeah, I've been doing that for a few months now. I've completed 15 games for the series. As far as summaries, I've posted, I think, around 7 at this point. The 8th one should be either tomorrow or it'll be this week. I'll have the next video ready. I wanted to post it last week, but I wanted to get the next video done before I posted it. And then, of course, the internet kind of came up and screwed up everything, so obviously that's, halted things. But yeah, that's my current progress for GBACE, and so far it's been a lot of fun. I've played a good number of games. Most of them have been okay. There have been some stinkers already, not gonna lie, but it's still been fun. The way I see it, there's an excitement with getting like not only a game you love, but also an excitement with finding a game that you might really enjoy. There's an excitement with just playing new types of games in general. And, there's also an excitement where even if you get a bad game, it's like once you overcome it, it's like, oh, sweet, I get to move on and do something else. And, yeah, I've been enjoying and experiencing all of that for the series, and I've been having a blast with it. It's been great. I've really been enjoying it. I'm glad I started it. I had some reservations at first, which is why it took a year to get it off the ground, but I'm glad it is finally, in the process of being done, and I hope you guys have been enjoying it too. So, like I said, I try to stream GBAs as much as I can on Twitch, so make sure you follow my Twitch channel if you want to keep up with that. But if you want to watch the summary videos, I'll try to have like one per week. But again, that's going to be really hard to necessarily plan out just due to the nature of how long it takes to make those summary videos, so keep that in mind. But I'll try to keep those posted on a regular basis. Like, I'm always at least working on them to some extent. It's just that it's a long process, and there's a lot of games that will take so much longer than others. In fact, I'm actually getting ready to work on the 49-hour Activision Anthology game right now, and put that in a summary video, so that's going to be a freaking undertaking, that's for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much the current status of GBACE. GBACE is still going to be moving strong. There might be some times where I dial back on it a little bit to do some other games on my backlog, which I'll kind of get into next in the next point. But yeah, that's essentially what I'm, currently doing with that series, and I wanted to highlight it because it's been a big part of my channels for the last few months, and I just want to say that it's been a blast so far, and I've really been enjoying it, and I hope you guys have as well. So, hooray for GBACE, continuing on into the sunset. Okay, so next thing I want to address is my Twitch future plans. There's not really a lot I need to discuss here because, GBACE is going to be a big part of that, and I already just kind of talked about that. But as far as like doing other games on my backlog, currently I had to hold up on that because the next game I was going to do was going to be a Switch game, and I'll talk about that next, actually, but safe to say, before I get into that, there was a hold-up, I couldn't do that anymore, and as a result, I had to postpone that, so I've kind of been focusing on GBA some more as a result. But when all of that gets settled, I'll definitely come back. The first game I'm going to be doing is The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, which is the newly released Zelda game, and after that, I know sometime in, early 2025, I do want to get started on Pokemon Scarlet or Violet, because I did get those games when they came out, but I haven't actually played them yet. I've been kind of saving that for a stream playthrough, and I do want to get to that eventually, so that'll be soon as well. But yeah, basically for, GBACE and the backlog streams, I'll kind of be going, back and forth, where, I might do GBACE, long-term or not really long-term, but I'll be doing it a majority of my streaming days on Twitch. But then there might be a time where it's I do 1 day of GBACE, and then maybe 2 days of the backlog stuff, and then, the other day, something else, miscellaneous or whatever. But yeah, that's pretty much my plan for that. As far as other streams, I got my randomizer stuff on Saturday, I got the jigsaw puzzle on Sunday. I might, at some point, combine those and just make that the Sunday stream, and then, Saturday will just be one or the other, GBACE or backlog, depending on what I'm feeling like, so, just kind of, bear with me on that, and, yeah, we'll, figure out something as we move forward. Getting to the next thing, and this is where I'm kind of just going to be talking about things that have been going on with me, and I wanted to wait to talk about this now as opposed to earlier when I was talking about YouTube stuff, because thankfully my YouTube stuff hasn't involved this in any way, and won't for a while for the most part. But I actually haven't had my Nintendo Switch in almost a month now. Haven't used it in about a month, and it's getting to the point where I almost haven't had it for a month. Basically, I noticed at the end of October that my Nintendo Switch was starting to separate, the back casing was starting to kind of bulge out a little bit. And the reason being is I think the battery is starting to expand because of overheating, just due to the fact that I've constantly used the system, on pretty much a daily basis, sometimes for several hours at a time, for basically since it came out, the year it came out. It wasn't a release purchase, but it was pretty damn close. And, after that amount of overuse, I'm sure that, there's definitely been some, stuff internally in the Switch that have definitely, started basically getting less ideal than what it used to be. I'm trying to find the best way to say this, but basically, there's something wrong internally with the Switch, so as a result, I turned it into Nintendo to get repaired, looked at, fixed, just so, even though the Switch 2 is coming out at some point next year, potentially, I want to make sure that, I at least get the best out of my Switch before we get to that point. Because I've gotten so much use out of it, and, there's a lot of, games, a lot of files on there that have been, really, really cool, and, oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm starting to kind of get worn out from talking for so long, so my brain's kind of starting to turn into mush, but, I've gotten a lot of use out of my Switch, and, I've made a lot of progress in all of my games. I don't want to lose any of that progress, and, I still want to essentially play the Switch until, the new Switch comes out, so, you know, it made the most sense to turn it in to get it looked at, but it's been taking a long time for it to get looked at and repaired. I think I actually sent it in. I used United States Postal Service to send it to Nintendo. Literally the first Wednesday, I think, in November, and it's the last week of November, and I still haven't heard back from them. I know that they got it because my repair ticket says it was delivered to Nintendo, but it's been like radio silence since then. So as a result, I don't know when I'm getting it back. That's why I'm not going to give a definitive date on Echoes of Wisdom and when I'm starting the stream playthrough for that. But that's essentially what's going on. It's been pretty rough because really I do use my Switch a lot, and yeah, just kind of wanted to mention that. I know a lot of people have also been wondering about, like, I was talking about like I think when I made my community post the other day, I was like, yo, I got some big things planned, and I'll make a video talking about them. And I think someone was like, sweet, I hope one of the things is the Jamboree minigame list. And it's like, no. I've played a bit of Jamboree. I did the stream playthrough for it and everything, but there's no way in hell I'm ready for that. And like I haven't even played Jamboree in like a month too, which is a shame because I really enjoyed what I played of it. So like I can't even play Jamboree right now. I can't play the newest Mario Party, so it really sucks. It really sucks not having my Switch. But, hopefully I'll hear back from Nintendo soon. I'll get an idea of when I'll get it back. But for now, I'm just gonna, have to wait. Have to wait until we, get some updates, I guess. And yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in regards to, like, YouTube, Twitch, and all the other stuff I've been currently working on. I guess just to kind of give you guys some updates into my personal life and what I've currently been going through. Normally I don't really do this kind of stuff because I try to keep my online life and my personal life separate, but one thing I've currently been dealing with is I'm trying to finally kick it into high gear when it comes to weight loss. If any of you guys have seen me like on camera in like videos from the past, you know that I'm definitely obese. I'm not shy to admit it. Definitely didn't have the best eating patterns when I was a kid. And because, a lot of the stuff I do is online and stuff, haven't had the best track record with like physical activity either. And as a result, I definitely haven't taken the best care of myself in the past, but I'm trying to actually, fix that finally. I've had many attempts in the past that have somewhat worked, but overall it was, fell off the wagon, so to speak. And it's been really hard to, kick things into high gear and, focus on this stuff. But I'm currently making major changes, major dietary changes. And I've been on those changes for about a few weeks now. It's been really hard. I've been definitely on edge a lot because essentially my portion control and food intake is so much less than what it used to be, and as a result it's just like I'm constantly fighting with my body, saying like, no, you're not hungry, leave me alone, let me focus on what I'm doing. And it's been hard. It's been really, really hard. I've been definitely on edge with people, my parents, my friends. I do apologize if that's ever been the case for anyone, even like my stream viewers, if there's times where maybe I've been a little harsh or on edge or more ragey than usual. Like, there's a reason for that. I'm just, constantly just in that state of kind of discomfort because it's just like my body's searching for something that I'm like trying to like, get it to be like, no, you don't need that. You're trying to fight for, good, healthy eating habits. And, I want to start really putting some physical activity in there too. One thing I actually considered was, doing something with Ring Fit. Not necessarily on the channel, but even just like, like I do like Discord screen share of just the gameplay of while I play Ring Fit or something like that. Getting back into that again. And, I'm really taking this seriously. And Honestly, my efforts so far, I think, have actually been working. I've actually lost some weight, and I have felt better in general, which is good. So, I think there is progress being made, but there's still a lot more progress to go. So, if you guys want to keep on cheering me on and encourage me, I would really appreciate it. And, I guess as a, just kind of a message to all of you guys in return, like, I'm not doing this just to get validation from you guys. I want to give some validation back to you guys, too. You guys can do anything if you put your mind to it. If there's something you really want to do, something you really want to accomplish, you can freaking do it. You just gotta keep sticking in the fight. It's gonna be hard. But if everything in life was easy, it would not be worth fighting for. I think that's the line of thinking that we all need to remember moving forward, including myself. Whether you're talking about a personal lifestyle, change like I'm going through, or, if it's something for like your career, or just something else going on in your life, it doesn't matter. Just keep that in mind. Just keep fighting for it. Eventually you'll succeed. Never give up. Because you can accomplish and do anything. Okay, well, I think that's going to be it. As usual, I'll have a link to all of my socials and stuff in the video description. Link to my Twitch channel, link to my social media account, link to my Discord server. You can find all that stuff in there. I will say, as of right now, I am actually not using Twitter at this current point in time. Just some personal decisions and choices on my behalf. I'm going to be mostly updating to Blue Sky, so keep that in mind. Maybe in the future I'll come back to Twitter, but as of right now, I just think that Blue Sky is a better environment for me personally, so I'm going to stick with that for the time being. And yeah, Discord server, open to anybody. Just make sure you read the rules when you come in, and yeah, that's going to be it. This has been SlimKirby. Thank you guys for listening. I'll try to highlight everything in the video description, but keep in mind there's a lot, so bear with me on that. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Later, folks.